or tight, tense, just let the breath spread out this tightness, and with that it will loosen and become lighter. Then the temple area, it's also a very sensitive area. And you go to the eye area inside of the eye. When you have your eyelids closed, you can just examine your eyelids and how the eyeball is below the eyelid, and just observe the movement, or if it's not moving, what do you feel there? And do this with both sides of your eyes, the left and the right. And relax your eyelids. Relax and feel also when it's tight that you can breathe into this, the tight sensation, and make it more loose. Open it up. And you go to the tip, not the tip, the top of your nose, between your eyes. And you go down from the top of your nose to the tip of your nose and the sides of your nose, nostrils. Then underneath the eyes, this very soft area of your skin. Just examine this area. What do you encounter there? And then the cheeks, the top of your cheeks. Where the cheekbone is, and then below the cheekbone, the soft area of your cheeks. Notice the difference. And from there you go to the mouth, the area around your mouth, the lips, feel the way the skin of your lips is. Is it dry? Is it a bit tight or soft? Then the chin and the jawline, the whole jawline, and just relax the jawline, the jaw. Open the mouth a little bit and breathe into the jaw. The jaw takes up a lot of tension, so it's very good to relax the jaw a bit. Just keep breathing. Then you go to the shoulders. Go to the shoulders and see the energy there. Feel what you feel in your shoulders. Are there areas that are tense, uncomfortable? Or is it all okay? Whatever it is, just keep breathing and take a deep breath when there's discomfort. Go to the tips of your shoulders, to your upper arms. Follow the upper arms to the elbow and how you feel there, how the muscles are feeling, the tight of the upper arms, or maybe the looseness. Also notice the down part of the upper arms and the difference between the outer side of the arms. And you go to the lower arms, the outer side and the inside. Then your hands. How are they? How is their position? Are they in your lap or are they holding each other? How are the fingers, the temperature of your hands? And just breathe into your hands. And you go to the back and your shoulder blades. Follow the spine from your shoulders down, all the way down to your bum, your lower back, and notice the muscles aside your spine. How are they positioned? How are they feeling? Which sensations do you feel along your spine? Just keep breathing naturally in your own rhythm. And from your back, go to your chest. The chest area is very strong, it's a very energetic area. Just breathe in deeply in your lungs. And feel when you inhale how it opens up your chest area. Just feel how all the oxygen enters your body. And when you exhale, the chest moves downwards. And feel your diaphragm move. It's just below your chest. And you go to your lower belly. What sensation do you feel in your lower belly? Just breathe in there. And your pelvis. Feel how your pelvis is connected to your bum and how it supports you. So breathe into this area. Let the tension or other sensations, just let them go. And then you go to your bum. The bum can carry a lot of tension. It's like a big sponge. So breathe into the bum and let go of all the energy you don't need anymore. All the energy you're now sitting on, literally. You don't need it. It can just flow out of your bum into your lower legs. How is the sensation in your lower legs, the top of your lower legs, the muscles there, the lower part of your lower legs, the knees, the inside of your knees, then your calves and the shins. How do they feel to you? Just breathe into them and release any tension that you experience. And then you go to your ankles and to your feet. Just breathe into your feet, the upper side of your feet, and the soles of your feet. Feel the energy with every breath, with every exhaling. Leave your body. All the things that you don't need anymore, that just go out of your feet into the ground, just exactly where you are sitting. So breathe in 3 more times. Breathe in deeply. Focusing on the feet and letting the energy flow out of them. After this, you may open your eyes and you just keep breathing. See how you feel. See what's going on for you now. Okay, so there's not enough video output. Okay. So then I'm going to see if I can do this. Should be better now. I don't see what is going on. Yeah. Okay. Well, I think it's working. Okay, so yeah. Well, I want to talk tonight about the rebel. The rebel, the rebel inside of you, maybe. Or maybe not. But there is a rebel sometimes, or a rebellious behavior that you may have adapted or not adapted, that you took on as an idea, like, yeah, I'm just not happy with my situation, and I am going to, it's not even a conscious decision. Usually it's just happening. It's like, it's a contra reaction to unpleasant experiences that you may have had. And so you start to perform rebellious behavior. And also I can relate to this because I took on rebellious behavior, which was just because of my environment, because I copied my environment in a certain way. And that I only realized much later, but it happened. And then I had a lot of difficulty with this. I had a lot of difficulty to not rebel, to just become in line with my true needs. But I was all the time, not all the time, but a lot of the time, I was rebelling against these needs, these true needs, because of my conditioning. And that creates such a tension, such a gap between what's really going on and like some kind of statement that you're making, that I also was making, but nobody really cared. Nobody really thought, well, what's Lee doing? Well, yeah, she's just being annoying, or I was just in a way only in the way of myself. And the irony was that my environment said that, yeah, you are only in the way of yourself. But the example that I got was that my environment was saying acting like that, was acting rebellious. So it can be very confusing to start to see where you start and where somebody else's patterns, because that's what I mean, the patterns that you copy are positioned, where they are, and that they are not yours. But anyway, so I was being the rebellion, and it took me really long to let this go, to start to see that, yeah, I'm just rebelling against myself, and also to my abilities, to my sensitivity. I became, with this this is a difficult word, with being a rebel, you can also feel this harshness. You can feel, you have to toughen up, or you have to, kick the patterns, kick the old systems, or certain ideas, parents, your direct environment, and that creates a layer that becomes tight, that becomes contracted, that becomes harsh. And what you're mostly experiencing then is that you deny yourself, you cut off yourself, And of course your environment also experiences this, but it's mainly about you, isn't it? It's not about others. It's about what's going on for you. So you can identify with being a rebel, maybe. If you do, I know some people that are coming a very long way with this, being the rebel and keeping up this appearance, also keeping up this game, this useless game in a way, to just continue with with this contra-reacting behavior that is going nowhere. It's not supporting you. It's not um, yeah, it's just continuously a pattern of breaking down yourself in a way. It's the same kind of addiction as self-criticism, but then it seems to be like it's outwards. It seems to be like it's towards others, but it's not. It's criticism also to yourself, but um, um, wrapped in a different, like a different package. And what also is very possible is that you may know, you may realize that you are doing this, that you are sabotaging yourself with this behavior, but you find it very difficult to come out of this behavior. You find it very difficult to turn it around, to let it go, to let go of your shield, and to feel that you're actually this very sensitive person, that you're this very sensitive human character. But the contra reaction was that you started to behave like you're very tough, and that's the that creates the tension, that creates the contraction, that creates the suffering. So this has an effect on not just your psyche, it has an effect on your emotional life and your physical energetic condition. It's all that. And I remember that also the solar plexus area here in the, just below the chest, where's the diaphragm, that area has very much to do also with the contra-reaction behavior. So feeling powerless becomes like I'm going to fight this, I'm going to feel power again, I need to have power, I need to have control. And that area can become very, very tight, very painful, very, very contracted. And then nothing really can enter. It becomes like steel sometimes. It can become like you feel nothing there. But of course that's not true. You feel a lot there, but you may feel very scared to let these feelings in and to let them just be as they are. And also you can feel that it's very difficult to change this because you feel proud, or you're afraid to fail, or you are afraid to lose a certain position and control. But that's just, yeah, that's really an idea about that you have about yourself, an idea that doesn't fit. It's not the reality of what's really going on. That's also what happened with me. I also thought that I was kind of, cool, or I was independent, and I was able to do things on my own, and I didn't need the others. But that was all just not true. I felt very dependent. I felt very lost and very vulnerable in a way, and very, very insecure. But then the contra reaction is that you feel like, yeah, but then I have to show that I'm strong and that I am able to cope with this, and I'm going to do it, or I'm going to just with willpower. The willpower can be so strong just to survive, not to live your life, but to survive. But I think that you know that you are here to live your life and not just to survive. Surviving is a mechanism that keeps us living because it's a fear-driven way of living. When you are able to relax more in your experience, in whatever it is, it becomes your life just as it is. It doesn't need to be a survival anymore. But usually you need to feel some kind of safety, whether in a basic way of living, with an environment, with a place to live, with some basic income, or some things that make you feel or give you the sense of some kind of basic safety, to be able to do that. But in the end, it's really about the fact that you are safe in whichever situation you are. But usually it's very scary to give in to this because of the functioning of the mind. The fearful, mostly, definitely not only, but mostly fearful driven mind dynamics that also affects the body with stories that become anxiety stories. Hi, Anne. Yeah, you have also been a rebel all your life. Ah, yeah, yeah, yeah. We have lots of generations, but I think this is actually it's not just something from a generation. I think of having or getting rebellious feelings, or the need to rebel against something, I think it's probably from all ages, because I remember reading something about some painters who were painting young men in the mid ages, yeah. And these young men, they wanted to let their hair grow or something, hair grow long, and that was absolutely nothing from those days. But they just wanted to do this, and then a painter portraited these young men, but that was like in, I don't know, 1600 or something like that. So, I think rebellious behavior is of all times during human evolution. And you see it also with small children. They get cheeky, they get... Yeah, it's about exploring borders also. What are your borders? And yeah, you're going to find out when you are going to rebel. But sometimes people don't really care, or people won't tell you, like, stop, this is enough, now you're going too far, because people are also afraid. Also parents, these days I hear also stories about parents that find it very difficult to put borders for their children. Like, they don't want to be the harsh parent that they experienced, they had in their youth. So they have fear for that pattern. So they try to like, don't be so harsh, or they can have difficulty with real confrontations. But we all we all long for certain structure and borders and things that are, that they are, feel this is right and that is wrong. Like, gee, my English is really bad tonight. I don't know how to say this. Okay. Doesn't matter. Yeah. Anyway, I think it's very interesting. It's really quiet tonight. Oh, hello, Hennessy. Hi there. Do you also have this experience, Hennessy, that you somehow feel that you have or are rebelling against concepts, life, or yourself? Because Anne definitely knows what I'm speaking of, and I already told something about my own experience. Yeah, the thing that I wanted to say about my own experience is that I learned to be less harsh with myself, and being less harsh with myself also simultaneously meant that I felt less and less the need and to be a rebel, to rebel against ideas and parents or family structures in my life. And because I could let more and more in my true nature, my openness, that energy also automatically dissolved more. So it's really about surrendering, opening up to what you're truly feeling, and not making it into some kind of image about yourself that you are not part of something, or maybe you want to be part of something, but you're also rebelling against that. So that means that you may be by yourself and you're isolating yourself. You keep maybe yourself isolated because of your repetitive behavior. And that behavior can be like an addiction to seeing yourself in a certain way, in an idea, an image that you have about yourself. But that's totally not true. That's just an image that you created to be able to survive and surviving in a harsh way, in a way that costs you so much. It's cost you so much effort to keep standing, to do the things that need to be done, but it's all can be very tiring, can be exhausting, because it's against your nature. It's not along your nature. It's not in the flow of life. It's just boxing against the flow of life. Because your true nature is empathic and is sensitive and is open, even though you might think, but I don't feel anything, or I don't know what is going on inside of me. But that's just something that you have repeated for yourself so many times that you started to believe that that's true. And then your body, in your connection with your mind and your body, so that body-mind dynamic, is confirming this. Yes, no, I don't feel anything in my body. There's nothing going on in my body. But that's not true. There's all the time, continuously, all your life, every day, every night, every 24/7, there's something going on inside of you, in your body, in your emotions. But you forget to be able to recognize it. What is it that you feel? Where do you feel this? That's why I did the body scan. That's why I let you also have the ability to focus on your body. Now tonight I started with the body scan, so I'm not going to do it again, but you can watch it back later and just see what do you encounter, because your body is here, it's here present, it's supporting you. Your breath is here, it's just continuously giving you what you need. The breath, the oxygen that's entering your body, that's supporting your organs, your blood, all the functioning of your whole body. If your breath or your bloodstream would go and rebel, going upstream or going the other way, because it starts to think, yeah, I want to go my own way. I don't want to be part of this body. I want to have my own bloodstream, just somewhere else. Or I want to have my own, I don't know, something that just wants to separate from what is going on. It's finished. You're finished. It's not possible. If you separate this, then it all stops. So in a way, when you rebel, you go against the stream of your true nature, and you also you strengthen the separation. It's a different thing when you just explore your conditioning, if you explore your patterns, things that you just experienced in your childhood, in your when you were growing up. That's a different thing. That's not being the rebel. That's just being objective, trying to be objective, and exploring whatever happened and how that is affecting you, and how it has been affecting you, and how is it still affecting you. But that's actually being brave, and also being gentle with yourself, because then you are going to see what is truly happening. But rebelling against all that, your upbringing, life's concepts or patterns, traumas that you experienced, is feeding it. It's keeping it alive. It's you giving it attention, and you don't want to give it attention. You want to become or be that sensitive character that you are. You want to really allow that sensitivity, your openness, the fact that you feel that you can't protect yourself, that you want to be allowed in your life. Not the harshness. You can let go of the harshness. You don't need it, and it doesn't also serve you in any way. That's wonderful, Anne. The irony is that quite often your topics are describing what is immediately happening in my life. Yeah, that's beautiful, huh? I had a misunderstanding with my brother and he was rude and non-communicative. I was so angry and then hurt, and now I see he has issues going on. Hello, Abil Singh. You say it's hard not to rebel with the economic and social system that the world has. Yeah, but the thing is that it's not about the world out there. I speak about the world that's actually happening right here within you. Because the world out there represents the way we are truly functioning with ourselves. That's just the result. The world out there doesn't really exist. So if you feel that you want to, if you have any questions, you can write me on Skype. You can also write to me on my email address. If you want to have a private, no, not a private, I should say. If you want to have a one-on-one session, you can book a session through my website, or you can email me at leehogenberg@gmail.com. It's also full moon. Well, actually yesterday it was full moon, and it's always, well, it's kind of always the same. I always feel a lot of things going on when there's full moon, and I did have that feeling yesterday, and I actually still have it today. It's unstable. Maybe that's also what you experience with your brother, and that during full moon sometimes things can accumulate, and there's like a release or a confrontation, or the emotions just rise, or they become more intense. And so it's very important, usually, at least also for me, to really stay close to myself during these days, because you can be overwhelmed and you can feel the feelings of somebody else, like you describe it, and it's sad, it's harsh, it's affecting you, it's affecting us when others are being closed, when others are being withdrawn in their energy, when others are not true with themselves. That has a huge effect on us. And that is also what is happening in the world out there. That is the effect. That is the result of not being able to communicate, not being able to give in, to allow, to let go of pride, to let go of the idea of failure, and to really show yourself, like I'm showing myself here. And also you can do this, you can connect in this, because usually that's not what people do, and yeah, or you might not feel safe to do it, but it's possible here. Anyway, nobody will see you. You can write questions, or you can talk and call live. Bill says, yeah, but it does exist and we have to cope with it somehow. Yeah, true. I absolutely agree with that. It's true. And the thing is that we all need to find a balance wherever it is that we are, whatever we encounter, to to cope with it, and to, when we feel it very strongly. I mean, I can sense very deep things from people. I don't have to talk with people to know what's really going on. It's difficult when you're a very strong empath, but on the other hand, it's also such a gift, because when you let it go and you start to see, or you see that whatever it is that you pick up from others, once you recognize the difference between your feelings and what you pick up from others, it's really interesting and also powerful to see, okay, the thing that I pick up is about that person that is very identified, that is living a very fearful based way of living, very contracted, very separated. And it has absolutely nothing to do with me. It's absolutely totally impersonal. It's the same with your brother, and it's just impersonal. Your brother can't help it. He is not able to change. And that's painful, because we are many times surrounded with people that are close to us, or that are dear to us, that live a very, very distant life, a very life full of separation and full of the illusion. And that can be really tough, actually. And Hennessy says, where are all the compassionate empaths when you need them? Do you mean just maybe one person? Maybe you need just one person that feels empathy. Hennessy. Maybe that person is you. Maybe it's not about all the others, all the compassionate empaths. Wow, that's a high expectation, big expectation. I don't expect lots of people to be compassionate empaths. I'm not even busy with that. I find it most important that I feel what I'm feeling, and to have compassion with that, to be empathic with myself, to recognize what it is that I feel, and to stay true to that, whether restless, whether painful, whether insecure, whether maybe contracted. That's the empath. That's the empathic, person, person that you need. That's you. It's only you. Once you relate to that, once you are in tune with this, you recognize that, you remember that it's so incredibly important to see that it is you. then it's not important that there's lots of other people that are there for you. The people have to be there for you, or that they still owe you something, because then you would be still busy with an old story that's not happening now. That's keeping a grudge on a story or something like yeah, yeah, that's what it is. And that's so sweet. I know no one can fix anything for me, but it's nice to have a teddy bear for support sometimes. Yeah, that's really sweet, Anne. It's really sweet. I used to have a teddy bear like that too. And you have your cats, right? Yeah. Well, the stream health is good. That's great. Oh, look, we have 4 thumbs up. We need crutches. Hey, we have 6 thumbs up. Wow. To learn. I feel the need to lean on my teddy and my cats when things seem hard. I definitely agree. Wow, we have 7 thumbs up. It's amazing. Let's go for 10 tonight. 10 thumbs up. I like 7. 7 and 9. Yeah, well, guys, it's a little bit a reverse structure, because I did already the body scan, and it's also nice to start with something focused on the body first, right? To relax more the mind and the body. But what also really helps with me is, like now, when I want to say something really that is connected to what I feel, then I just close my eyes for a moment. I don't really care what you think, but for me it's a natural kind of, I'm connecting what's with what is going on inside of me. And I can do that, of course, just with my eyes open. But sometimes it feels maybe safer or closer, or just, yeah, more comfortable to do this with my eyes closed. So maybe it's just an idea for you to try this, to try this, to experiment with this for yourself. Probably in different situations, but You can also do this. I don't know if you guys talk to yourselves, but I do. And I don't know if I close my eyes. No, probably not. But you can try it with yourself, closing your eyes, and talk to yourself and see if you can experience the difference. Something that keeps you busy. And then you're going to talk about it, not just in your mind, really expressing it. And this has a resonance. You are anyway already always talking to yourself in here. And people find it very scary and stupid many times to talk with yourself verbally. But I actually think it's kind of sane. I think it's not insane at all. I think it's actually very normal because, well, also when you're much on your own, then people tend to talk to themselves. But it's a different thing if you're like mumbling to yourself or you're actually really verbally communicating to yourself. Like you're saying to yourself, I didn't know I had this cup still. Or, well, this tea is actually today very good. I'm glad I made it. It makes me feel really good. You can talk to yourself about very practical day-to-day things to make it more common, to make it more relaxed. Not like, oh, now I'm going to talk to myself. Oh gosh, what am I going to say? Don't say anything weird. No, you don't say anything weird. You just pretend like, yeah, you are that person that you're talking to. You really have this relationship with yourself. It's very good to realize this because you are doing this in your mind continuously, but you're kind of cheating because if somebody would ask you, are you talking to yourself? And you would say, no, of course I'm not talking to myself. In a way, like verbally. But it's not true. You are talking to yourself. Everybody is. Even at night, when you're sleeping, you're talking to yourself. Dreams, images, experiences you have during the night and during the day, whatever it is that's going on, you are a talking head. You can't escape this dynamic. So better befriend this than to avoid it. Oh gosh, be afraid of it, escape it, suppress it. No, wonderful. Let's just all talk to ourselves. I quite like it. Hey, 7. Yeah, all compassionate empath. Yeah, wonderful. I don't know what it is, but it's really great. That's great, Anne. Okay, then. Well, yeah, that's really strange. I started like 5 minutes past half 7, and it says it's not even an hour, but that's strange. So that must mean that there's a big part of the live streaming that's just gone because I've been here more than, well, almost 1.5 hour. Well, 1 hour and 20 minutes or something. So that's really weird. Okay, well, guys, I am going to say bye-bye. Okay, guys. Yeah. See you soon. See you next week. 7:30 p.m. Dutch time. You can subscribe to my channel. You can donate to my channel. You can book a one-to-one session on my website. And you can watch all the other videos that are there. And I'm going to make also just only body scan video. If you want this video, then you need to write me if that you want that on my email, then I can send it to you, because I'm not going to put it, just upload it publicly on YouTube, but I'm still working on that, so just let me know. Okay, bye Anne, bye Abil, and bye everyone. See you soon.